What's up, Ben? Happy to see you. It's been a while. Yo, what's up, Trace? How you guys doing? Man. Oh, it feels weird. It's been a few weeks. But surely that just means the luck stacks up over those weeks and we're finally going to find something. And then that's going to get me back into it, right? Right? Or we just go like 3 more months dry because... Yeah. No D3, Ben. Sorry about that. I was thinking about, you know, Borderlands 4, but I decided I didn't want to be backseat gamed for 3 hours. So, yeah. Alright. Listen, what we're going to do today, I don't think I'm even going to do pits. I'm just going to do Trav for as long as I can stand it. And pray that we can get a jaw or a Chamoon or something. I'm going to have to remember what the hell we did to get there. We're going to need the Annie, and then I think it's just MF small charms, right? Yo, what's up, Charpan? What's going on, man? Yeah, I'll have to remember the setup, but I think the Annie is going to get us enough to where the war tribes, etc., etc. You can immediately burn yourself out. Nah, I don't plan on it, Ben. I don't plan on it. We're going to do some MF. I think what I'm going to do from now on is we're going to do the Holy Grail on Sundays, and then on Wednesday or... Yeah, I think I'm probably just going to do the same schedule. It should just be Wednesday, but... we're going to do, like, challenge run stuff. So I'm going to do 2 recordings. That way I can edit one without the stream conversations and everything and put it into a video format. That way, hopefully we keep it fresh. Hopefully. You loving Borderlands 4? I've heard mixed things about it online. I haven't actually looked at it myself at all, so I can't really, you know, give much of an opinion. But I've heard some people love it, some people don't enjoy it very much. I guess that's pretty much all games. Obviously I've not cleaned up the inventory at all, or the stash. Let's move all of this over. But yeah, hopefully no burnout. You know, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff. That's why I kind of started the second channel, so I could play variety games and not worry about finishing the Grail. And all it really means is that no promises on the amount of videos that come out, but they will continue coming. I think that's fair. And I make the rules, so. What are we doing? Can we wear these now? Yeah, and then can we wear this? This is a lot of strength. Why do I have a spirit on? I do not quite remember what the hell is going on with this character here. Did I use some of these, maybe? Strength. Some of this. Huh. I don't remember. Some people set their graphics to 4K max. No, I don't think it's, I don't think it was performance stuff. I think it was just more, like, one thing I saw on Reddit was people were feeling like the game was kind of expecting them to just play one character, which, again, I don't even know what that means, to be honest, because I don't know the game at all. And another couple posts about people finding the game just too grindy, but I think that's all just preference, right? Like, obviously, we like a grindy game, considering we're playing Diablo. But yeah, did you get the new, you get the new rig set up, Ben? You're playing on a 4060 Ti. So, you're telling me you're upgraded from a 4060 Ti to a 5080? I guess it's a pretty big upgrade. Wondering if I had some other jobs. Surely, I think I was probably using these. Oh, let's throw them in. Screw it. I think I just might have to... Oh, I have no stat points in. Die. I must have respect. Okay. Fair enough. Now, I think I was doing, yeah, we must have been doing Grief, and then the Rune Master, and then the other hand, I think we had the Spirit and the Hodo for bow. I think that's right. I think I respec'd it to make a thumbnail or something. Typical. It's pretty typical with the new Borderland games. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I feel like a lot of the times with new games like that in an IP that's popular, you have a lot of people coming in that don't play the game, and the people that make the posts that are complaining about the game are not the people that have been excited for the game and love the previous ones, because those guys are just playing the game with their heads down. You know? The loud ones are the ones that are kind of expecting something more. What's a Mercenary using? Nothing, really. We had some stuff on him, but the Mercenary typically just gets blown up. We're too low level to actually put the Sacred Armor Fortitude on him, and I don't really want to make another one. So I think we're probably just going to not have any Mercenary for Trav. I mean, you can tell me if I'm just completely wrong there, Trace. I know you do a lot of Trav, but Guardian Angel Tal helmet and insight, is that what you meant? A little bit of life still. I guess it's not bad. He just needs the fire res, right? Like that's all that really matters. Man, it's not a bad idea. I think we definitely have enough. I'll throw it on. And if I can just remember what the hell it was that we did. It's Berserk, right? Yeah. Berserk, and then you do find item, and then you do this until... No, I think I'm stupid. I think it was that. Yikes. It's been so long. Holy. At least this way you guys know I'm not just playing the game without streaming. I am just seriously... I haven't played the Barb in a while. I've been playing the Druid with a no stat. Alright. Attempt number 2. Blade Mastery, 1 into these, max this, and then you do find item until 70%. Does this just max it? And then bow should put it to 70, right? Yeah, okay. And then the rest into bow. 25 pot. 25 pot. Oh. Yo, what's up, Matt? Just started, brother. Hopefully we find something decent. Hopefully I get a little welcome back gift from the D2 gods. I'm not gonna respec. I'm just gonna admit defeat. Oh, we got bow, we got Zerk. Okay, the only thing that I need is to get that stuff you just mentioned for the Mercenary. And then I need a Hodo too. Let's see if I can find that Gangle. Yeah, where is it? Is it? There it is. Gangle. Now the insight, man, our insight is so bad. But I'll see if I can find a decent one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. And then who would have the Hodo? I don't know why I don't see it on any of these guys. Hang song here. It's definitely just stuck in somebody's little stash. There it is. Okay. I think we're good. And then we'll just hit up players 1 and then we'll start doing stuff.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Yeah, so I don't even know if this is this is probably not good, right? Because I mean, he doesn't even have the fire res. Why is his fire res so low? Just because of nothing else, right? Then again, I don't know if he lives for long enough for the fade to hit. I'm not sure. That's just how it does. Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. Oh. Okay, I'm actually gonna track. He's very low level. Yeah. Yeah, he is. That's what kind of burned me off of playing the Barb, because like he's not really strong, so he can't do players 7, players 8, players 5, even 6 grinding to get the levels. But then when he does farm, he's only farming on players 1, so it's like it's kind of rough. Yeah, here, let me make a new tracker. I'm just gonna do Trav and see how long it takes. What's the character name? Shrek. Yeah, Barb is such a weird character. Because it's so good in the niche of like find item, Pits and Trav, but price. Oh, the Mercenary is only 75. I guess I could grab a new one. I'm not really opposed to that. Let's just do that. Good call out. Playing Barb on ladder is great. Maybe, but surely you mean in a group, right, Ben? Because I could not see it being very good alone. Like, playing a Barb on a new ladder is pretty good because every group wants you. You have a lot of utility, etc., etc. But, do we need Blessed Aim? I wonder if we could use... Because we're doing magic damage, right? From Might's not going to do anything. Blessed Aim... I'm just going to get it. You guys can tell me if it's completely useless. 62. A little bit better. I can say when I am playing ladder, which is very rarely, I am definitely happy to have the Barb. I always really appreciate the people who play the Barb, because personally, like I couldn't do it. It's just super boring to me. But like, this is fun. Once we're at a point where the Barb feels strong, and I just kind of ignore the fact that it's players 1, and I pretend that I'm melting players 8 like it's nothing. Good on group for solo. Oh yeah, true. That's a good point, Ben. Excelling on players 1, it makes a big difference when you can only play on players 1. Man, why does this tracker just not work? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can fiddle with this thing. Let's see here. I don't know. I'm constantly choosing the right folder. We have everything going. It's still so odd. Well, yeah. Listen, guys. Happy to have you here again. Appreciate you guys sticking around, even though I took a little bit of a break. I don't plan on taking another break from streaming. It should be pretty consistent from now until well into the new year. But I took a small break when I was just making videos too. I just kind of promised myself if I ever felt like doing the YouTube stuff was not something I was looking forward to, I just wouldn't do it. So here we are, but ready, excited to get back into it, man. And like I said, started up the second channel to do some variety content. The new Final Fantasy Tactics, Icarus Chronicles, I think it's called. It's coming out in 2 days. I'm super excited to play that. Super pumped. You could do some bail runs on players 8 with throw barb or frenzy to level up to 87. Do you really think that this barb could handle players 8? I don't like. We tried out throw with a bunch of the gear that we have. I don't know. It didn't seem that crazy. Oh, I'm not fine iteming. What am I doing? Completely defeating the purpose of this entire thing. Something wrong with me, I think. Look at me, just doing players 1 Trav runs and not even using find item. What a joke. This is what you guys watch. Questionable. Damn, man. I am remembering now the reason why we did pits was because it supplied us with rejubes. Because I am sipping. If you had a faith mercenary, I'd love a faith mercenary. I mean, I'd love a faith in general. I just don't have a good base for it. Yo, what's up, Dim? How you doing, man? Of course you can handle it, just not as fast, yeah. Yeah, Aldrich is surprisingly great experience, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was a good option for sure. I wouldn't mind... I mean, what level do I have to be so that if we terrorize this, we can start dropping Zod runes? And then how long would that take to get to? Ooh, a monarch. Appreciate that, Dem. Thank you for the warm welcome back. Hope you've been doing well. Oh, Monarch of Nova. Absolutely insane. Did we leave the game? Can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. For today, I'm not going to do any leveling, but I will definitely consider maybe we just do a leveling stream where we can do something that... Maybe something that'll get us some experience, but then also have a little bit of potential for drops would be nice, you know? Crikey. And my resistance is pretty bad as well. Which is obviously an issue. Not bad. Not too bad. I mean, this is pretty quick, even with a little bit of a disadvantage. Let's see. Which experience are we getting? Oh, Dim, right off the bat, eh? You couldn't hold it in for 5 minutes. Yeah, no way, Jose. We're doing this and this alone. I invite the burnout. It's super satisfying though, doing the old the old hork once you kill everything. It's so exciting. You don't even have to kill anything, you just regurgitate items out of the enemy. You gotta love it, man. Ceremonial bow. This is one of my favorite uniques in the game. I got so excited. Ben, welcome to the Double D Admirer. Absolutely insane. Sponsoring the channel. You didn't want to wait for your gifted membership that'll never come. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hello.
I think I have some free gifts that I haven't given out. And I'm pretty sure it should upgrade people who are admirers before it gives it out to other people. Let's see. But yeah, I appreciate that, Ben. Let me see here. 1 second. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Yeah. See, I think it... I swear to God, Ben, I was just about to do it either way. But, you were too quick, man. Oh, nice. Hey, there we go. Some of the regulars are getting it. Love it. Love it. Well, congrats, everybody. Except for Ben. This is how I reward generosity. No, I'm glad to see some decent Crypto Spookster, Dim, and Matt. You guys are all in the chat every now and then, so I'm happy. Normally when I send those gifts out, it's like, I don't even know if these guys are even in the stream and they're getting gifts. Which, I actually got gifted a sub on another channel that I wasn't watching. I hadn't watched the stream in actually a couple weeks probably. I got an email that I got gifted. It was like, well, I'm not sure how the system really works. But yeah, congrats guys. And I actually should have some more next week because I think I get more at the start of the month. So I'm glad I was able to come back before the month ended. And now I can add this to the end of my videos and the start of the streams and people will think I'm really popular. That's the best part.
Yes.
I get to pretend. I get to go show my wife. Look. Look, I get 10 new members. And Ben. The green double Ds. Hell yeah. Dim's got his regular double Ds. First month Dim has ever gotten a membership. Look at that. Fantastic. One of the very rare OG double Ds. I think Duck is on... I think Duck has the oldest double Ds at this point. Duck, Pedro, and Pringles Man. Pringles Man doesn't even come around, but he either just enjoys supporting me regardless or completely forgot and doesn't check his credit card. But those guys have the oldest memberships in the book. Saggy double Ds. Yeah, that's when you get to the year. When you get to the year, they start sagging. You're not old enough to sag, not yet. What are you saying there? What are you saying there, Dim? You got fear of double Ds? Poor guy.
Good day.
Hello.
I actually quite like doing Trav. When I don't have high expectation for drops, it's nice. It's like a very chill, laid back area to farm. I don't have to worry too much about dying. The Barb is so tanky, even at level 81, which is insane. And honestly, the experience, it's not horrible. I wouldn't be surprised if we can get 2 levels tonight. So, not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. There is the odd time I gotta use a rejuve, which sucks, and we might have to do some pit runs. Simply because I'm gonna run out. Not the end of the world, though. You hate maggots, yes. That's true. That's true. I did not enjoy doing the maggot layer this week. On the druid, it was a terrible time. It was a terrible time, but The silver lining to hating the maggot lair is that it feels so good when I finish.
What do you need?
Like when I get past that map, I feel like I'm in Wonderland. I don't have to go there for another few episodes, and it's my life is just good again. All is right in the world, you know? Genuinely. At this point, like I used to hate Act 2 and Act 3. I don't really hate Act 3 anymore. Act 3 is kind of chill. Act 2, I don't think I'll ever get over that one though.
I can't carry.
It feels good to finish, Ben. Like, geez. What do you want me to say, man? You're gonna disagree with that? Straight up, man. The only thing you hate about Act 3 is when you don't get a great march skip? Oh, Trace. You're telling me. Dude. Great march skip is the second best feeling, right behind finishing the Maggot Lair. Yeah, great march skip is
Greetings.
really good. I feel speedy too. This barb has some nice faster run walk. 36% from 1 point. Can't go wrong with that. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a single, like, okay, we haven't done that many Trav runs overall, but not even a single beam, like a pull rune or an rune. What the hell, man? Hopefully tonight we beat the odds. We have 460% MF, which I'm realizing that now it doesn't really help us here. It was good for pits, but it doesn't really help us here. No big deal though. I'm feeling pretty strong.
Good day.
And like I said, we might have to do some pits runs as well. Nothing wrong with that, man. Anything above 200 is fine. Yeah, pretty much.
What do you need?
Pretty much. I'm a MF addict. You know me. I'm the kind of guy to just completely ignore all logic. Completely ignore it. We're getting a lot of uniques, actually. Pretty cool. I don't think we can find anything that I'd be, like, too excited about here, but... Itch is my little MF. Itch. We're strong, man. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it on this barb.
Greetings.
I'm almost 82. Sweet. Take me. Brings me back when we were playing the Frenzy. Oh my goodness. Take me back to that. That kind of move speed needs to be the default. Like I absolutely love any game, any character where I can just go fast. I don't care if I'm doing like only a tiny little bit of damage, but I'm attacking a lot of times. I'd rather that than some kind of like really slow, heavy weaponry that does a lot of damage on impact. Like I tried to play Monster Hunter, and I know a lot of people in the Monster Hunter games, they really like playing on some of the some of the slower weapons, because they do a lot of damage, and if you aim it correctly and you hit the monsters in like specific parts of their bodies, you can do a lot, right? But I'm a dual wielding slice and dice kind of guy, you know? Just so much more fun. You must love Diablo 3. Honestly, Ben, I know you're joking because it's a terrible game, and I honestly think you pretend to like it. But I was thinking about Diablo 3 lately. Did I miss another season? Because if there's a new season soon, or at some, whatever point, let me know. I'd like to actually give it another shot. I did have fun. I actually did have fun. Ooh, a Lum Rune. I think that's maybe the highest we've seen. So I wouldn't mind playing it whenever the season comes out. That D4, like, I don't know, why not, man? Why the hell not? Last Epoch's getting an expansion. I've been meaning to ask Spookster what he thinks about that. They haven't announced whether it's free or not, but I know a lot of people are kind of up in arms because I think they had said they would never do a paid expansion, and now people are a little bit like, it's feeling like it'll be paid. But who knows? New season started 2 weeks ago, so plenty of time to jump in. Okay, I just might. I just might. Maybe that'll be, maybe we can do some D3 on Wednesday, even though I know I'll get like 3 viewers. Maybe that'll be the next stream, just because keeping it switched up is a way to stay alive. Look at that, it's not bad actually. Something that may also increase your run count in the long run would be a harmony bow. So you can run to the waypoint from Act 3 without going back. Or I don't really mind using the scroll and just jumping over. I think that's pretty fast. And if I had a harmony bow, I'd have to give up the I mean, they're not bow sticks, but my fake bow sticks here, right? I mean, I guess I could keep it in the inventory, but I think it's not too bad. The waypoint in Act 3 is so close to where you make the portal that it's pretty convenient. Maybe one thing I can do is use this well a little bit more though, and save myself from chugging these juves. Oh, too fast. Alright. A little bit of rune drops here and there. We're looking at like what, about a minute per run? It's not too bad. And that's with me like just really misclicking a lot, so could definitely be a bit faster. I haven't been watching Sir Fox in a while. Are you guys watching? Did he get his jaw rune? I think he was doing Travincal jaw as well, right? Did he end up getting his yet? Anybody know? Curious, I gotta check out his stream. He needs 17 billion raw, yeah. Start counting, Robins. Yeah. Listen, honestly, if it was like at all realistic, I totally would do like a cubing challenge or something, or like just include them and start going through my mules and cubing them up. But it's just the math is so ridiculous. I wish we could cube Ral runes and Am runes and get to a jaw. That would be such a sweet feeling, but yeah, really rough. The sheer number, and it's not even like, okay, like we've talked about this before, but even finding the runes is one thing, but then having to cube them is like a whole other decade of work. Insane. Imagine being able to decube jaw. Yeah. I think that you should be able to cube down, but I think it should just be like a 1-to-1. right? Like, I think you should be able to cube down a jaw rune to a burr rune. Not to 2, but to 1.
Greetings.
Because then it's like, you know, there's really no downside in terms of like flooding the market. The downside is to the user himself having to make that choice. That you're so desperate for 1 rune that you're willing to sacrifice a higher rune to get there, right? You think from IO up is okay, Dim? Yeah. The problem becomes, the only reason you really think about cubing up those low runes is because of the number of them that you get, right? Like you start to think, okay, I have so many of them that maybe I can cube them up. You're not really finding like IO runes, oh, a beam, an rune. Listen. Is it the lowest beam we could have got? Yes. But it's still a beam, baby. The first high rune, mid rune, from the Trav runs. Let's go, man. There we go. Now I'm locked in. Now I'm on like a fake Diablo 2 crack. You know what I'm saying? The beam just gets you going. Let's add it to the drops list, man. Why not? Actually have something on the list for once? Woo! Boom. We got drops. Sweet. It's probably... We've probably done... Oh, God, I don't know. Maybe 100 runs. 50 to 100. Maybe I'm overestimating. And only found that unknown, so... You should put stuff more often to the list so it doesn't feel dry. Yeah. I think I'm gonna adopt that little technique. It's honestly just to keep myself motivated. Oh yeah, rib cracker, adding it to the list. You know, like that. You just kind of have to do it. Actually, is that even a rib cracker or is that a yeah, Serpent Lord. It's not even a rib cracker. Start adding normal items to the list. Like, oh, did you need that for the Grail? No. Just needed it for my sanity. Because I've been doing Players 1 runs for 3 hours straight and haven't found a single thing. Typical RNG. Is there a mercenary that does well with elemental damage?
Hello.
I think it depends, obviously, on the gear. I don't know. I've seen some people using Act 5 mercenaries in this area, but I think that if I just had like a decent set of gear, like sockets in my armor, sockets in my helmet, put some fire resist jewels in there, he's probably be okay. Throw a Kira's on him maybe. But I just think like I don't really get a huge amount of value out of a mercenary, right? Like, when I think about an Act 2 mercenary, which is what I think about when I think about a mercenary, I think about the fact that I'm not going to run out of mana. I'm not necessarily thinking about, like, the extra damage or anything like that. So, I'm not running out of mana. I'm not really too worried about it. But I did have it in my head when we were leveling through the barb. I did have it in my big fat dome that I would probably be using an Act 5 mercenary. Just for fun. Because what were we going to put on him? I think you can put... what's that weapon? I think it's a rune word that you can get that gives you... Is it Oathbringer? There's a couple cool swords you can put on him. It's been so long, I can't even remember. No, nothing for actual fire res. I think it was for Sanctuary. Yeah, I can't remember. But then when I talked to you guys, you were saying, probably Act 2 Mercenary would be decent enough. And then the Act 2 Mercenary just wasn't doing well. But it's just because I'm so underleveled. Yeah, was it Lawbringer? Maybe Tommy. I can't. Let me see. Yeah, so Lawbringer has Sanctuary Aura. That's for sure. But Slain Monsters Rest in Peace. I wonder if that would affect us negatively. Probably, right? I'm pretty sure it was a higher rune word. I must be just completely wrong. Let me see if I can sort by level required. Doom wouldn't be good because the Holy Freeze would mean I can't. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. No, I'm not sure, but regardless, I don't know. We're not doing too bad without the Merc. Plague can be good. Let me take a look. Lower resist when struck, poison over on striking, and a cleansing aura. Increase attack speed, deadly strike, open wounds. Man, it freezes target though. I don't want any, like, we've done so much to avoid freezing the target. We're not even using a Ravenfrost, right? Because we want to make sure that the body stays. Flickering Flame? Yeah, Flickering Flame would be okay, I guess. A little bit of fire res there, but yeah, I don't know. Like, would it speed up the runs? Maybe. But you guys know me. I'm not like 100% min-max efficiency. I just do whatever. And then I complain about how slow it is. Oh, we're up on gold. We should probably do some gambling too. We have quite a bit of gold. Now, what can we gamble for? Because, oh, Christ, I mean, what do we still need? We need the Death's Web. Is it the only item we need? It's just Death's Web Chamzod, right? So, I mean, what do we even gamble for? Last Wish from Might, or that would be insane. That would be insane. But I mean, at that point, we could just get an Act 2 Mercenary with Might Aura, right? Like, I do not foresee myself ever making a Last Wish on normal, or sorry, on single player. The amount of dedication that would require is far beyond my current mental capabilities. I feel like Last Wish is very underwhelming for single player too, right? Like, it's still a good item, but I feel like I'd be happier with one online for PvP. I also don't know anything about PvP. That'd be fun though. It'd be fun. Maybe in the upcoming ladder, I'll actually get into playing online, getting a character up, and then doing some PvP. That could be a lot of fun. I haven't done PvP in like 10 years. Death Head Striker. Yeah, I think there's a lot of decent items for the Act 5 Mercenary just for like actually giving them some damage output. But feels weird not using a Mercenary, that's for sure. The ads do some damage, man. I wonder if the Act 5 Mercenary... Let's do a quick little... Let's do a quick little look-see. Let me fill up my stash with stuff that I should take care of now. And leave it for later. It's not terrible. Hang on to it. Let's take this off and go look at what an Act 5 Mercenary actually has. Because I'm wondering, does it have enough strength? Because it's a big bad barb. To actually wear the Fortitude? Who the hell sells them? Do I have to do a quest? Do I have to do the soldiers? I don't think I've ever actually done this before. Okay, never mind. Changed my mind. Soldier quest? Okay, maybe I'll do that next run. And then we can see. Because if it can use the Sacred Armor nice and early, if it has like huge natural strength pools, might be worth picking up actually. Man, it's my fire res. Oh, my fire res is actually good. And then I have a dwarf star on as well for some sorbents. Not bad. Not bad.
Good day.
Good day. Oh. Run all the way. Dude, what is with the spawn point in Act 3? It's so ridiculous. How far you have to run. Act 3 and Act 2 need, like, I get why they put you there when you start the act, but once you're done with the act, they should change the spawn point. It's a little bit ridiculous. You're killing me, Blizzard. I've been pretty successfully avoiding using the rejuve since I started using this well instead. Pretty sweet. Little cheat code. Money, money, money. Yeah, what should we gamble? Should we gamble when I have a full stash? I mean, we could just gamble for SOJ. I feel like I'm just copying Sir Fox at this point, but it's honestly probably one of the only things that I could see myself really needing. It would be really insane to gamble. We could gamble amulets and hope for something cool. Of course, we could do, you know, circlets, boots. Try to find some cool tri-res boots. Yeah, the well is pretty lucky. Pretty lucky spawn on the map. It's very efficient. Ooh, hold on. Speaking of SOJs, hold your horses. I think we just found one. Yeah, a little welcome back gift. I think we just found an SOJ. There's a 50-50 chance this is a Saj. Yeah, no, it's typical. Welcome back, the game says. Welcome back to the misery. Typical little Manal. Listen, it wouldn't be right if it was anything else. You love to see it. You love to see it. But yeah, I mean, we could totally do rings just for the added, you know, we're gonna be here for a while anyways. And I feel like getting like 15 million gold here only takes like a couple hours, depending on. Oh, Gold fine. I can always replace some of these MF charms with gold fine charms, considering we're not doing pits right now. That might be a better bet. The only downside is that we'd be spending a lot of time actually doing the gambling, less time farming. At the end of the world.
Greetings.
Yeah, let's see if we can quickly do the soldier thing here. Do I have teleport? What am I wearing here? Oh, I'm wearing a hustle. Am I supposed to be wearing a hustle? Or should I be wearing an enigma? Hold on. I feel like I should probably be wearing an enigma. That's probably why I didn't have the strength. What am I thinking? I think I had some random gear on for like... I think I was trying to do a thumbnail. So I wanted to have some of the effects on. I kind of don't mind being super speedy though. That's kind of nice. Yeah, the 65% run walk is cool. Let us out. I'm only saving you to make one of you my bitch. Yeah, no teleporting. That's another thing about the barb, like just doing this that I actually enjoy. It feels so like off meta. I know it's totally meta, right? But it just feels so different from what I normally do. Because I'm not doing teleporting. I'm not doing player 7.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, now. This guy has no items on him. And we can get some of these guys. So what do these guys have? They have Frenzy or Bash. And then they come with Iron Skin or Stun, Taunt or Battle Cry. Okay. I mean, I feel like I want to go with Frenzy. Let's just go with Braum. How much strength? 201. Yeah, see. I'm kind of liking that. Let's see what we can throw on this guy and see if it actually ends up being decent. Hold on a sec. Do you have? Yes, you do. 83. Okay, he can't. Okay, so he's not going to be able to use this. But yes, the Audiat might be able to give him what he needs. Let's see. Let's throw this in here. And then I think I already have that actually on the barb, probably. Probably messed around with it for a little while. Oh, no, I must have put it back. Let's see. God, I have a lot of mules. Holy. There's... Okay, perfect. That's actually going to give him the exact amount of strength that he needs, if he can wear it. It says Barbarian only. Is a Barbarian. That's pretty bad. Does the life... The lifesteal fluctuates, right? Yeah, 3 to 6, and both of these I have are both 3? I had 3 of them and they're all 3%? Oh, Christ, that's bad. Okay, well. 193, 194. This is the best one I have, at least. Now, what kind of weapons do you put on this guy, though? I don't know. Yeah, Lawbringer is definitely getting brought up a lot. Head Striker? Let me see. Unique Battle Sword Head Striker. So it's just got a bunch of Deadly Strike on it. That's not bad. Not bad. Let's see what I have on the mule. If anybody else has any suggestions for Act 5 mercenaries, please let me know. We could give him some grandfathers. Absolutely useless, really. Puzzle's edge. Surely I have a head striker. Oh, here it is. Okay, and then Lawbringer. How many sockets is that? It's 3, right? Yeah, it's 3. Quite easy to use, but I don't know that I have... We have this crystal sword. I don't know that I've ever kept a 3-socket base. Probably not. But I can take a look. Yeah, just 6. Superior, so I can't even roll that with a cube recipe. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. What else could we use with a head striker? Anything cool here? It's definitely going to be bad, but we're experimenting. Come on. Can the Act 5 mercenary like single wheel, dual wheel weapons like the same way the Barb can? Yeah, I don't know. This is probably all just really bad. A little bit of life stolen with 0 damage. Well, let's just move this over. We'll do the grandfather just to test out my theory. And you know what? Let's just throw this on. It's kind of like a budget Lawbringer. Kind of. Screw it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, so let's just see how this goes. Is Sanctuary bad? Because people are saying Lawbringer. Oh, but then again, maybe they're not using it for... let me see. It passively damages undead. This doesn't look bad. It's gonna kill my Hork? Oh, does it do slain monsters rest in peace? Oh, you thought it was redemption. Yeah. That would have been pretty terrible. Okay, he can't even use this because he's not level 85. I'm a little bit of a dummy. Hey, listen. Not everybody can be super smart, okay? He can wear this. So he's gonna be single wielding right now. Hold your horses. He can't use this.
I can't use that.
Because he's just not allowed. So I guess he cannot one-hand dual wield weapons, which, okay, today I learned. Yikes. Okay, we're giving him 1 sword and 1 chance. And look at that, a natural Trav. Terrorize. I mean, I don't even know if I'm happy with this. This is just kind of... Okay, sure. Let's do it. Look at that little portrait up in the left. It's actually... It's kind of handsome. What's his res? Oh, he's got good res. He's got good res, guys. Look at him. He's holding his own. Is he helping? Probably not. Look, let's see. Dude, he's going crazy. Oh, hell yeah. Act 5 Mercenary for the win, dude. Braum. I like that name, too. Reminds me of the character from Aragon. Yeah. Take that, Ben. You have no faith. You have no faith in the Act 5 Mercenary. And he's not. He's got 1 sword and 1 empty hand. And he's still doing better than that stupid Act 3 mercenary. $3.5k health and max fire res. Yeah, this guy is... Come on, Brom. Get in the action, please. Yeah, I'll leave that one for you. Yeah. He doesn't do too much damage, but... Listen. Sometimes you just need a friend to come along the way for the ride. Nothing wrong with that, man. There's an IO rune. We can start cubing up if you want. Oh, a little Shaco action. Maybe make him not a frenzy barb? Hell no. The frenzy is too good. The frenzy's my favorite part about him. Come on.
What do you need?
Make him not a frenzy barb. What are you talking about? What happens when you try to use frenzy with one weapon? Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. What can we put on him? I'm gonna give him this really bad blood crescent, because you know what? It has lifesteal on it. So it's kind of the same as having only one weapon. Except now he can actually... Yeah. Good catch, Trace. See, this is why I require your barbarian expertise. My small brain cannot handle such large thinking. Go, Brom. Oh, God. He's doing a great job. Look at him. He's life stealing. He's staying alive. Oh, yeah. He knows what he's doing. I can't believe that he's survived so many runs without coming close to death. What a god.
Hail to you, champion.
See, I knew it. I knew the Act 5 mercenary wouldn't disappoint. Now, I can work on getting him some actual decent weapons. And he'll be even more useful. Imagine that. Nearly double wield, yes. Petition to make that the new official name of dual wielding in this game. Come on. The impact I've had on this game. Come on. Undeniable. The well heals him too. Yeah, it's a huge... Listen. Don't take away from Braum. Okay, the well... Don't worry about that. He's doing it all on his own. I think the wells are pretty common too. I feel like I see them a lot. Inside of Trav, I mean. Yeah, the D2 community would be lost without me, man. Yo, what's up, Martin? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Give him a little heal. Yeah, you handle it outside, bro. Thank you. Keep those guys out there, thank you. What's your MF? My MF? Oh, nice. Is 468. Oh. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, 468. So we're doing all right. Not that it really matters too much, but doesn't hurt. Never know what you might find. 2813, not terrible, but we have like 300 of them, so yeah, it's pretty decent. We're using the Rune Master with a bunch of ists in it, which is just beautiful. I'm not even using Enigma. I feel like if I had the Enigma, it'd be even higher, but yeah, lots of small charms. Oh yeah, D2 is honestly, I feel like D2 is more alive than ever
What do you
since D2R came out. It's a good time, man. Then again, D2, I don't know. Even before D2R, D2 was going nuts. For such an old game. Definitely had a very lively player base. Okay, hold on, bro. These guys are a little bit strong. Christ. First time I've had to use a rejuve in like 20 runs, I think. I think I need to use another one. Maybe not. And Braum stays alive, man. Like, this guy is an inspiration. We're maxed out on gold. What rune were Dim? You remember 20 years ago your whole town played it, Martin? That's pretty cool, man. I have been very unfortunate in that growing up and even into adulthood, I've only met one person ever that plays Diablo. So I've only ever known one person in real life that actually plays Diablo, which it just sucks. It really sucked for me. I luckily the online community was great and I made a lot of friends online, which is sweet. But it would have been nice to have a couple friends like in real life from school and stuff that played. I tried to get my friends into it. Didn't work. But that's cool, man. Yeah, that'd be so cool waking up every day, going to school, and everybody's like talking about Diablo. That's the dream. I was so excited too when I met this one guy that played Diablo, and I was like, oh my god, somebody played Diablo with me. And he never played with me. I'm starting to think it might just be me, guys. Hold on. Rain rune word diminished. Let me look at it. I don't even know what that is. Rain. Ort Mal Ith. Who to druid skills? It's the druid armor from patch 1.11. Why would I want to use that in this context, Dim? People who play Diablo are weird. Okay. I take that personally. Yeah, I'm all for trying out new rune words and stuff, Dim, but that doesn't seem really worth my Mal rune. People who play Diablo 2 are probably too poor to gamble in real life. Listen, Diablo 2 is what got me into gambling. Come on, man. Spams elemental. Why? Ooh, that was close. I wouldn't say it spams cyclone armor, Dim. It's a 5% chance, which I could see being decent. But to be honest, I'm actually kind of disappointed by the fact that there's a, like, I don't know. Why would you want a rune word that has a chance to spawn cyclone armor and has druid skills? Like, it's very clearly a druid armor, and you're gonna give it a chance to spawn cyclone armor? What kind of druid is not just using cyclone armor? Yeah. 5% chance to cast level 15 cyclone armor when struck. 5% chance to cast level 15 twister on striking. So I guess when you're doing shape shifting, but even then I'm pretty sure a little bit of cyclone armor is good, right? Softcore Martin? Yeah. We're doing softcore Grail right now. We only have 3 items left. I need Death's Web, Chamrune, and Zodrune. Once I finish this one, I'm going to be starting a hardcore Holy Grail with a lot more restrictions, no mods, no manipulating the terror zones like I did sometimes throughout this one. So if you guys are interested in some hardcore content coming up soon, be sure to subscribe, man. But yeah, for right now, just softcore. But I also do hardcore challenges on the channel. We're doing a no stat, no mercenary druid run right now. Looks like Braum is dead, by the way, which is very sad. Not spam, true trigger, but it helps the mercenary. Honestly, Dim, I don't know. 5% chance. I don't know that it's gonna, I don't know, consistently. And he already has 75% fire res. I don't really think the fire is what's doing it. Could be. I could be completely wrong. You could be a genius. I'll tell you what. If Trav drops a Malrune, we'll make it. If it gifts me a Malrune, I'll find a 3-socket armor and we'll give it a shot. Ben, the Grail is done like next week. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. There's only 3 items left. Did you hear me? There's only 3 items left. It'll be done in like 6 or 7 days, dude. What, you never found a Zod before? You think it's better than Treachery? Well, I put a, this is what we have on him right now. I don't know. Yeah, just Cham and Zod and Death's Web, Martin. That's all that's left. And then we have found every item in the game. We found Tyrael's Might like quite early. Yeah. But to be fair, it was just because I was spamming Terrorized Andy, and that shit is just broken. Still lucky, I would say, that we got it so early, but yeah, Terrorized Andy is a cheat code and a half. Trav leveling isn't too bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We already got like a quarter or so of a level, and we're on the right path for another one. So, hey.
Hail to you,
Oh.
champion.
Dude, sometimes I do that, and I swear to God, I'm gonna sell my grief one day, and it's gonna be gone forever. You started at 81, 80%? Yeah, okay, yeah. So we're almost at a full level, and it's been an hour and 15 minutes. Pretty good. Martin, you found Zod twice in Cows and Pit? That's insane. I've been doing a lot of Cows and an okay amount of Pits runs with this character. We found Jarune, Burrune in Cows. We found absolutely nothing in the Pits. It's been honestly kind of disheartening. The Pits have been dry as hell. But I'm hoping we'll find it one day. One day. I've never had a Zod drop naturally in my entire G2 career, so it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm a cheater and thinking QB up to Zod counts. Listen, all I'm saying is that if I find the Death's Web, and then I find like another Jarune and another Burrune, and it's been like 7 months, then yes, I'm gonna cube it up and I'm gonna count it, because I just don't want to hate my life. Appreciate it, Martin. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. We had one member of the community that found a Zod rune from Terrorized Andy, which I think is insane. But that was pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of the people here haven't even found one themselves, so. For a while, the Tyrael's Might was like the dream item, but I think the Zod rune is going to be even better than that. Yeah, Ben, that was crazy. I never thought I'd see the day. I should take breaks more often, man. That was... If I knew that's all it took, I would have been taking a month off a long time ago. I'd do anything for $3. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. There's some maps where I don't mind farming it for an extended period of time and not finding anything, because it's just fun to farm the maps. Chaos, Cows, and Trav is one of them. There's some maps where when you farm it for an hour and two and you find nothing, it just feels horrible. And for me, Pits is one of those. It can just feel so sad. I think it's about expectations. I think as a kid I found a lot in Pits, so I have it in my head that, you know, things should be dropping. What the hell's going on? When in reality, these items are just rare, man. It just takes a while sometimes. Like, come on, right? Remember doing ancient tunnels and it takes like forever? Yeah, exactly. When I started the grind and we were at a point where we could pretty much just do like stony tombs, ancient tunnels. What else were we doing back then? Mausoleum and crypt, I think. Yeah, it's rough. It really is rough. You can go a long time without finding anything. Yeah, players 8 Pits. Yeah, we were doing players 1. I was doing Pits and Trav on the Barb for a while, which is why the thumbnail says Trav and Pits. But players 1 Pits feels terrible, even with find item. Because it's kind of a pain in the ass to, you know, you go around, you got to use Howl to get rid of the ones you don't want to kill, and then you're only killing the uniques, and you hork them and you don't find anything. But way back in the day on LOD, I'm pretty sure Pits is where I found my win force, and that was a great feeling. So it's you can get it. Your only griff ever was from Pits? See, that's the kind of thing that keeps you into it, keeps you motivated. When you know the good stuff can drop, because you've seen it with your own eyes.
What do you need?
Yeah, seeing a unique or a set item or a rune on every run, even when it's useless, is probably what keeps me interested. Which is why Terra's own Andy is so much fun. You got your first ever Griffins doing the on your quest with 5% MF on just like leveling a character? That's insane. That's so insane. I'm not sure I believe you, Ben. But I will suspend my disbelief, and I'll choose to believe you for this time. Yeah, that's crazy. It took us forever to find a Grips, and then we found one, and then we found like 2 more, which is insane. Griffs is one of those items that, like, it doesn't matter if you have 10 in your stash. I think you'll always be excited to find one. They're just so good. It's just such a cool item. Rare, useful. The actual, like, graphics on it are so cool. I love the way it looks. Yeah. Definitely like a top 5 item for me. Cows are more fun. Yeah, cows, there's something about hearing that moo. It just feels good, man. And then with Mosaic, like we do cows on the Mosaic assassin pretty much every time. And God, just goes nuts, dude. Moo, moo, moo. Moo, moo. Yeah, we'll have to do some Mosaic soon. So much fun, man. Something about melting 1,000,000 cows. We actually haven't found anything too great from Chaos, which is sad because we've done a lot of runs. I think that the best thing we found in Chaos is probably a Vex Rune. I don't think we found like any notable uniques. Nothing noteworthy at all. But I keep going back. I keep going back because I've seen some people find Cham runes and Zod runes in Chaos. Just not me. So sad. I should get something going in the Discord for you guys to
Not here.
guess where we're gonna find the Zod rune, if we're gonna find the Zod rune, or if I'm just gonna give up. You only play the Barb at the moment? No, I switch it up constantly, Martin, because if I didn't, I'd be going insane. So we got the Barb that we use for Trav pits. We got the Mosaic Sin that we use for cows, and what else do we use that for? Pretty much just cows right now. We have the Hammerden that I use for Chaos, and we got the Sorceress that I'm using for Andy, sometimes random other maps too. So we do everything. I have every single character leveled at this point. Actually, I don't think I finished the Druid. The Druid just felt so useless. Unfortunately, it's like just not the best. It's kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none type situation. Like it can shapeshift or it can cast, but it's not really particularly great at either things. Yeah, the variety keeps things alive for sure. I don't think I could just do like 500 to 1,000 Trav runs and nothing else. I think I would go crazy. Some experimental PvP. Yeah, it's obviously PvP is not a thing for the single player route, but like I said earlier, when the ladder starts, I might just make a character and try PvP. It would take a lot though, because you'd have to make a character back in MF, get the wealth, get the gear, and then go for PvP. But I think it'd be fun. I haven't done PvP in forever. No, you're good, man. I wish there was a way to do like open BattleNet where I could bring my single player characters online, but then also like have some kind of guarantee that the people I were fighting were not using Hero Editor. Have like legitimate single player PvP tools. Like that'd be pretty sick, man. Any interest in the new skate game? You know, Ben, in like the PlayStation 1 days, I was in love with the skating games, but I don't think I could get into them these days. There's something super nostalgic about the sounds though, like the audio in skate games, like the grinding and just the sound of the skateboard. It hits a spot, man. It really does. Even if you're not into that stuff, I feel like you can appreciate the noise. Are you still skating, man? I know you got a skateboard a little while back, but you haven't posted any videos of you falling lately. I want to see more injured Ben videos, please. Hopefully you haven't given up on it.
Yes.
Almost level 83, man. Oh, you rolled your ankle. Yeah. That's so rough.
What do you need?
I hope it heals quickly, so you can get back out on the road. Yeah, I tried to pick up skateboarding when I was like 16, 17. I'm not very good at trying new things. I get demotivated very quickly. when I feel like there's a lot of other people that are better than me at something, which is, it's so silly, right? Because there's almost always going to be somebody better than you at whatever, any given thing. You know, to be the best is obviously extremely rare. But yeah, it's rough for me. When it comes to video games, not so much, but real life stuff, yeah, it's rough. You hurt yourself 2 days before moving the house? Ooh, yeah. Damn, dude. But hey, at least you got into the new house, man. That's awesome. Your driveway doesn't look like crap anymore. Poppy seems to be loving it. So you work through the pain. Yeah, Dim. That's a good point. Like, hurting your feet / ankles or your hands / wrists, terrible. You use them every day. You usually use them for work as well, so it's just 24/7 downgrade of your life. Yeah. Luckily, the body heals. As long as you don't break anything, it usually doesn't take too long, so. R.I.P. Brum. I guess we're making enough gold that resurrecting the mercenary doesn't feel too bad. Let's bring him back. He's doing a good job. I'm satisfied with Brom's performance. I might just give him a raise. You're a big movement is medicine kind of guy? Okay. I think that works when you're young. I feel like as you get older, it starts to work a little bit less. But hey, honestly, it probably is great. As long as you're not overdoing it, it's probably a great way of recovering. Like I said, as long as nothing's broken. Once you get a view from the top, it changes your view a bit. Made you less competitive. So you're saying once you become the best, it's just too easy at that point, eh? Okay. Christ. Trace with an ego here. Never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, I've never been like near the top in any video game ever. Like anything with a ranking system, I've never made it past like the average. I'm a very average everything. Give him Rain Moon word. Damn it, it's not gonna be cool. I'm telling you, man. Listen, if we find a Mal, I'll do it, but it's the 5% chance. We just kill too quickly. Like if we were running through the game and playing like a playthrough, I could see it being okay. But we're doing like 60-second runs. He's probably not even getting hit that much. I don't know if the Hydra attacks actually count like as being struck. If they do, then okay, he's probably gonna get endless Cyclone armors. But I don't know, man. I don't feel like giving up 2.6k defense with enhanced 300% enhanced damage, 82 life, 26 all res. Oh, he is max res even without this. I don't know.
What do you need?
You remember seeing a video about the Mario 64 world record speedrunner and he couldn't afford rent. Yeah. Sometimes being the best in the world is meaningless. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty true for anybody that's the best at something. You have to be like obsessed, right? There's no way to be rational and be the best at something. You have to be obsessed. Otherwise, being like good enough is gonna be like a stopping place for you, which I just don't think it can be if you want to be the best. So in that situation, definitely not worth it. Oh yeah. Yeah, four is the best for damage for sure. For sure. The Hydra strikes many times. Yeah, it does. But I just don't think... I don't know what he's dying to, but I don't think he's taken... I don't know. Braum deserves the best. Okay? You're trying to downgrade Braum's armor. He doesn't appreciate that. He's got no salary. It's a relief to realize that being the best is just not special. It doesn't change your life. The way to get there can be fun, though. Yeah. I mean, obviously it depends, right? Like, if you're the greatest basketball player in the world, you're also going to be pretty damn rich. So, obviously there are some situations where it is totally worth it. But typically, like, if you're the best at a video game, but you're not going to, like, try to be competitive, like, you're not going to try to be faker, then yeah, you're not making money off of it. It's just an internal win. You have to be satisfied with it meaning nothing to anybody but you. Or maybe you develop a community and you stream it and stuff like that, sure. And again, maybe that becomes a way of you making a living through something that you love. I mean, there's a lot of really popular streamers that don't really have too much entertainment value naturally, like innately, but because they're exceedingly great at something, people like to watch them. Take it easy, Martin. Good night. And again, thank you for checking out the stream, man. 60% of NBA players are broke 5 years after retirement. Yeah. Yeah. I don't doubt that that is a true statistic. I mean, it's the same thing with people that win the lottery, right? But I think that's just... I think it's just like an American thing. Or maybe like you could call it like a Western thing. Typically people are not taught like how to use their money in a smart way. And even when they are, there's still a chance that they just won't. And I mean, anybody can say, oh, I'd never do that. No way. If I had that money, my life would be made. I would invest it and I would live off of the investment. You could say that. And I say that, but who knows what you would really do, right? Who knows? Maybe they spend the money because 20 million you can't last you a lifetime. Well, that's the thing though, Dim. Like 20, you think 20 mil in your account lasts you a lifetime. Until you buy a mansion and 3 supercars and you're partying every day and your hotel room is $50,000 a night and you don't think about it because you got 20 mil and 20 mil lasts forever in your account, right? And the next thing you know, you have 10 mil. But you slow it down a little bit, but you still have 10 mil. Like, it's gonna last you. And then all of a sudden you have 5 mil. And property tax went up on your mansion and you gotta sell it and you lose 20% because nobody wants to pay that price anymore. And all of a sudden, you got no money. Right? Tommy, exceedingly great at something like you not being able to get anything useful from these Trav runs. If there's one thing that I'm really good at, it's spending 3 hours a night playing Diablo 2 and going downstairs and telling my wife that it was a complete waste of time because I didn't find anything and I'm no closer to my goals. Yes. That kind of stupidity makes you so mad. If you have $5 million, you can make it so you know when your blood wouldn't ever need to work again. Yeah, and I definitely believe you, Ben. I do, because I think that you and I are in the same mental headspace when it comes to money. But I think for a lot of people, it's easier said than done, right?
Hail to you, champion.
Especially if, you know, you have family you want to help and you have a wife, or you have kids and you want to set them up and you want to make sure that they have special birthdays and that kind of stuff. I don't know. Even though I do think I would be able to hang on to that money and invest it and not touch it, etc. It'd be very hard to open up my account every day and see that kind of number and think, no, I'm not going to get myself a nice car or take a nice vacation or that kind of thing. But there's definitely ways to do it. I mean, look at Shaq. Shaq is a good example of an NBA player that really knew what to do with his money. He made some really, really great choices, and now him and his family are set for life. Nah, Trace, I knew somebody would say that. It's not a waste of time. I love hanging out with you guys. I did really miss it for the last few weeks. I'm glad to be back. And I appreciate you all being here, really. I know it can be very hard to like stick to trying to watch a streamer that is not consistent. So I really appreciate you guys being around, even though I took a little bit of a break. And sometimes I can't make up my mind. Obviously wouldn't be here without you guys. If I had 0 people watching right now, I probably would have ended the stream an hour ago. But yeah, that's a good point, Tim. If you guys are having a good time, please hit that like button. It helps me out. Brings a smile to my face. My wife's not going to leave me. She said, I'm only staying with you if you can get at least 20 likes on the stream today, so please, for the love of God. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys being here. But can we find like an item though? Like, how about that? It's like, how about like a nice, I don't know, ist runers, just something to get the adrenaline going just a little freaking bit, dude. Price. It's all about not buying the mansion. Yeah, that does a lot, Tim. It's all about not buying stuff that has an ongoing cost, right? Like if you can afford a house, great, but then you got to think about the property taxes and other things, the utilities. Like if you buy a house that has a huge pool and there's maintenance costs and stuff like that, so you can afford it at the time, but then there's all this other stuff to think about, right? Same with like supercars, especially now. You believe you can retire with 3 million plus, but you've had access to million in your 20s, you retire with 100 million. I mean, yeah, having the money early and investing it is huge. Caleb Hammer has definitely ingrained that in my mind. My wife and I are finally looking at houses. But yeah, it's hard. Because on one hand, we want to get into the housing market and, you know, own instead of renting, and obviously everybody understands that. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind just continuing to rent and investing all my money and watching it grow. Because I'm a little bit scared about the housing market in Canada, man. It's rough up here. I'm not 100% confident that the houses are going to continue to appreciate is my problem. If you want to live in the house, don't think of it as investment. Yeah. It's exactly, it's kind of like my problems, that I don't think about the house as an investment. And I'm pretty happy with where I live now, even though we're just renting. So for me, it hurts to think about spending even more money on the mortgage and then, yeah, not having all that money to grow. But something special about owning. And not having to worry as much about what's going to happen, what you can and can't do, and that kind of thing. Okay, guys, we have a buttload of money. What do you say we do a little bit of a little bit of a gamble session here. Let's hop on to the 96 Pally. Huge levels. We're gonna... Actually, do we have the... But nah, we're gonna completely ignore anything that reduces vendor pricing. I don't care. Did you just throw your Annie on the ground? No, that was a soul stone, because I haven't done Forge, and every time I talk to Kane, he gives me a new one. Okay. Jamela. Do we just go for rings? What do you guys think? Not worrying about your landlord kicking you out because his granddaughter comes to college from a small town. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dim. My landlord has been exceptional. We've been here for like 5 or 6 years, so we're pretty comfortable. But obviously there's always a chance, right? 220 circlets. I like the idea, Tommy, and I've always thought in my head that gambling circlets would be the best. The problem is on single player, the use for those is not really that high. Now, if we get insanely lucky and we gamble an SOJ, actually high use, because our Annie kind of sucks. And even if I didn't want to turn it into an Annie, using an SOJ is pretty sweet. Now, I think there's a much higher chance that we find a decent 220 than an SOJ, but wouldn't it be cool to gamble a Saj? Poppy is your landlord? Yeah, Poppy's the boss. I could see the pants that Poppy was wearing. Big Nog in the house. Damn, it's so interesting, man. Whenever you get your sights set on something a little bit off meta, you really like, you really, I don't want to say obsess over it, but you really lock in. It's truly fascinating. I just don't see the vision, man. I do not see the vision. Yeah, fair enough, Tommy. A little bit of everything doesn't hurt. I mean, that's the whole idea behind the Holy Grail, right? At this point, we're so deep into it, I just want to find something that I'll actually use, you know? I just know that if I found a really sick circlet, I would put it in a stash and then put it on my Shaco. Which is so sad. But hey, hold on, we got coronets here. Can't just not buy those. It's definitely faster. They cost more, they take up more space. It's definitely faster. This is gonna take a while. Unique sword with fire absorb. 100% there is. I'm pretty sure, what is it, Hell Plague? Has that, but I'm not too worried about the fire damage though. Like, I know that's a big part of Trav. The Hydras are obviously a pain in the butt. But I don't know. I feel like Brom's been doing alright. I think if I gave him a better weapon, he would do well with some lifesteal. He'd be fine. When am I getting a dog, Ben? So essentially, as soon as possible, but there's like an order of operations that I have to complete. So we need to buy the house, and then we need to have a baby, and then we can get the dog. Can you tell that these rules were made by somebody else? Yeah. But I wish, man, if it was up to me, I would have a golden retriever right now. I'm so down to have a golden retriever in the house. Be my best bud, be on stream with me all the time. But, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I want to make sure I have a house before the dog so that we can make sure that there's more than enough room. Yeah, baby before dog. The only reason the baby comes before the dog is because my wife is worried about her biological clock. So we want to have the baby ASAP before we get too old. And it's not just her. It's just like I don't want to be too old when my kid is going off to college or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a very specific order of operations, but we're getting there. So with that said, hopefully within the next few years, I would say like 2 or 3 years, and I would hope to have a dog. Although, again, if it was up to me, I would get the dog now just so that we could fully train it before we have the baby. You know what I mean? Because a puppy is rough, and training is hard, and to have a baby and a puppy at the same time is not ideal. But yeah, we had a dog before, and it was we were super unprepared for it, and we just don't want to make any more mistakes. We ended up rehoming it to a family friend who, trust me, the dog is way better off with them. They had other dogs, and he's living a great life now, but we just don't want to make the same mistakes again. It's not great. We want to be as prepared as possible. We were very irresponsible. Even just 6 or 7 years ago, we've really grown up a lot, so. House, baby, dog, white picket fences, well-tended lawn. Pretty much, man. Nah, after that, I don't even know what the goal would be after that. I think after house, baby, and dog, just setting ourselves up for retirement and making sure that our kid has a good life is more than enough. Maybe go to the casino, put $100,000 on black. Nothing wrong with that, right? Just to live a little. All right, after this inventory, or after this gold on the stash, we'll get back to Trav. Man, 7.5 mil does not last very long, eh? Christ. Not even a Manal to show for it. Such is the gambler life. Put the payday loan on black. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna take out a payday loan, put it all on black, and then Caleb Hammer, he'll have to respond to my emails at that point, right? He'll have to. Oh, that'd be insane. 100k on black to live a little and also risk not being able to live at the same time. Yeah, well put. Definitely well put. Alright, back to the grind. Oh yeah, Dim. I mean, look at the way that Dana White and those guys gamble. They gamble like millions in a night. It's insane. My wife and I went to the casino yesterday, actually. For the first time in a long time. But we do like $60, you know, $60-$80. It's nothing crazy. Even then, if you lose it, you go home with such a sick feeling. It's like, man, I could have gotten so much McDonald's with that $60. Damn, dude, the fanaticism really wrecked me and Braum. Is that everybody? There we go. When gambling, you can make a 2,000% return, but you can only lose 100%. It's basically free money. Like if anybody tries to tell you the casino's a bad time, it's basically free money. Don't listen to them. Go in with your chest and head held up high, and surely you will emerge victorious. Always works for me. And if you lose, you just pretend that it never happened. Nothing wrong with a little bit of pretending. And I guess now is a good time to introduce you guys to my new sponsor, steak.com. Just kidding. Sadly, just kidding. No $2 million payday for Daily Double. Something about rabble rabble, you only get 100 views a video, rabble rabble. I didn't understand it. Never forget that I could have sold out though, guys. I got an offer for a sponsorship. You guys would have been seeing a nice little D2R item buying website at the start of every video. I could have taken it. It would have been huge money in my pocket. We're talking tens of dollars. And I said no. I respect my viewers. Oh, it would have been fantastic. And they totally would have paid me for sure, because there's nothing sketchy about that at all. Yeah, there's no way. The only sponsor I'm interested in is Raid. Shadow Legends. Oh god, the Holy Freeze Aura. Are you kidding me? What kind of bastard has that? Only the worst kind of bastard. Ooh, a circlet. Ben, see, in order for me to give you a good ad read, I would have to watch the ads that other YouTubers, you know, like give. But as soon as I hear, but first, I hit the next button about 7 times and just move on with my life. So, something to be said there. The other day, you were one number away from winning 3.2 million knock. That was a knock. Norwegian krone. Okay. Roughly 300k. That's crazy. But surely 6 out of 7 numbers gets you like a decent prize still, right, Tommy? Or is that now, is it like an all or nothing? All or nothing's a little bit nuts. Like, I think in Canada, if you had a lottery and you got 6 out of 7 numbers and the main prize, like 7 out of 7 is like 40 million, you'd probably still get like 100 or 200,000, which is still significant. I'd still be pretty happy with that. Have you ever wanted shit white labeled headphones that sound and look like shit? You know, I truly, I mean, it's probably pretty obvious because I am literally like attempting to be a content creator. I don't blame any content creator that takes sponsorships. Totally cool. And I will watch your ad if I can believe genuinely that you are taking a sponsorship because you actually believe in the sponsor or you actually use the product. I'll watch the ad for sure. The first time. But if I can tell that you're taking the sponsorship, like, I mean, Raid Shadow Legends got to be like the biggest example of this, right? Like, how many people take a Raid sponsorship and actually play Raid? I don't know. I don't want to say 0%, but 0%. It's just hard to watch that and think, yeah, this is a great use of my time. To be fair, I've never played Raid Shadow Legends. Ironically, I probably would have given it a chance if it wasn't shoved down my throat by everybody and their mother. But like, okay, a good example is Kit Boga. Kit Boga typically, he had a couple VPN sponsorships back in the day, but now he gets sponsored by Aura a lot, and he does work with Kraken, and he gets sponsored by them. And I actually, like, if I ever wanted to have like privacy protection and stuff like that, I probably would go with Aura, because I don't know, I have that trust, you know? It's different. And maybe that's just me being like a blind fan of Kit Boga, but I don't know. Just feels like he actually believes in the sponsor, and I feel like he is so big that he probably got offered a lot of other like not so great sponsorships, but he didn't take it because he actually cares, which is nice. Ticket was $55, and with 6-7 you still won 3K, which is $300 divided by 10. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So 6 out of 7 numbers, and you 6x your money. And if you had just one more number, you would have $600 extra money. Crazy. That's how the lottery works, though, right? I mean, it's not super surprising. That's just how it works. One number is not as close as it sounds.
I am overburdened.
You want to meet people that actually buy stuff from YouTuber ads? Anybody that sells Raycon, Thunderbird, Gamma Soap? Yeah. Raycon I can kind of understand, because if they're like a little bit more affordable than like Apple AirPods or like the Samsung Galaxy Buds or whatever the hell, like if you're looking for headphones and you have a really like a YouTuber or something that you watch commonly, and they're saying that they're decent, and you know that clicking the link will help them out a little bit, I could see that being a thing. But like, I don't know, stuff like gamer subs, what the hell kind of supplements do you need as a gamer? What caffeine? Like what do you think this stuff is giving you? But I think at that point you're just such a big fan of the content creator that you're just doing it to support them. Maybe you're doing it to be a little bit more like them. And like, no judgment. Like, I totally get it. Like, I'm a member on Christopher Odd's channel because I absolutely love the content that he puts out. So even if I never use, like, I'm pretty sure the only thing I get from that is like some early access stuff. Even if I never use the early access, I'm cool giving him a little, you know, a little bit every month, because he's been making content for years and years, and I've been watching it, and like, I love his videos. Nothing wrong with that. Nice one. But it is a little bit different than buying sponsored products, but still. Yeah, the gap between 6 to 7 out of 7 is a lot. Yeah. YouTube is saying now would be a good time to insert ads. What do you guys think about that? Now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators earn more money inserting ads the more viewers are watching.
Hail to you, champion.
Now, I turned ads off for the stream because I thought, I don't know. I didn't really want to put you guys through that. Seems a little bit silly. Ads on the videos, please watch them. You know, it gets me like 10 cents. But on the stream, come on. We're trying to have a conversation here, baby. If I ever go to the bathroom or something, I'll run ads. But other than that, which I don't really do. Maybe I'll just start pretending. Maybe I'll just be like, hey guys, listen, I'm going to the bathroom for a second. Just gonna run some ads. Just leave it on if you don't mind. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting right here. I'm just sitting here. The ads are playing.
Greetings.
And I'm just watching the numbers go up, baby. Raycon aren't cheap. They're 3 times the price of Chinese white label product they're putting a label on. Yeah, see that's where it gets like really rough. If you couldn't tell. I've never clicked the links. I've never even looked at the Raycon website. I've just kind of assumed that they were like on the cheaper end. But I guess I only thought about the quality, not the actual price. You watch an attitude every now and then for Seamless Report as long as they're not popping up every 10 minutes. Yeah, see, that was my thing with, like, I was just kind of letting them do, like, you can just let it happen, or you can do it yourself. And I think a couple of you guys were complaining that you were getting a lot of ads, and I was like, well, I don't want it to be like a annoying experience, especially because I'm normally not bringing in like a huge amount of viewership, right? So I would rather go like many streams and have no ads playing and make nothing, and then just sometimes have a couple of you guys join for like the $2.99 or whatever it is, than just shove ads down your throat. Serious. It's no big deal, man. Dual grief? No, Vlad, we're using one grief and Rune Master. The reason being, as far as I'm aware, and maybe I'm wrong, it happens a lot, Berserk only cares about your first weapon. It only cares about one weapon. Now, I could be completely incorrect. Now, the Berserk damage just doubled. Hold on. Vlad, you may have just doubled my damage. It's been a little while since I've played. I took a little bit of a break. Did we just double our damage? Did I have the grief in the wrong hand? Yeah, Rune Master 5 sockets. Ist. Oh yeah, see now. Oh, now I'm doing no damage. Look at that. Boom, it sucks. It's only using, yeah, the one. That's much better. Yep. Okay, thank God I wasn't. The numbers are lying. Because this is definitely right. Scared me for a bit there. We did 2 hours of half damage. No. Sometimes I do things correctly. Sometimes, you know. Smack. You slap with the weapon above your gloves. That's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah, very smart.
Good day.
Thank you, Ben. Your genius proves useful yet again. Yeah, Tommy, I was gonna lose it. I mean, I think I would have just been happy that I had discovered a way to double my damage, because it's already pretty good. But it would have been quite embarrassing. Yeah. Well, that's what happens, Ben. You know, in Australia, you're kind of always upside down, so all the blood rushes to your head, and all that extra blood going to your brain, it pays off.
I can't carry anymore.
Makes you real smart. Yeah, you know, 2 hours of farming, and Rune has dropped and nothing else. You know, you win some, you lose some. Mostly you lose, but sometimes you win. I guess today is just not my day. That's fine, I guess. Nothing wrong with being a big loser, alright? You got experience. Dim, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. We did get more than one level. I think by the end of the stream, we'll probably be about 2 levels worth of experience, which we desperately needed. When we get to the point where terrorizing this will actually mean something, meaning that we'll actually be able to get a Zod rune if we terrorize, I'll probably start terrorizing, which might make the runs It's a little bit slower, but I think it'll be worth it. Because we're definitely finding a Zod rune if I do that. Definitely. 100%. 100%.
Hail to you, champion.
Hail to you. Oh my god. See what I've done? Dude, that is... That's the second time I've misclicked and dropped my grief, guys. You gotta be careful. Don't trust me with your items, because I will drop them. One day I'm gonna sell it to Jamela, and she's gonna be like, no buyback. Thank you, Vlad. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. Hopefully we find some GG stuff. Otherwise, my wife's gonna be very disappointed. You know, we had a beam. It was just an unroom, but we had a beam, and I feel like that, you know, that's a victory. I'll take that, man. And you guys playing Hades too? I have been, I'm thinking about picking it up just for something to play like in bed or on the couch. Feels like a decent game for the Steam Deck. But I didn't play Hades 1. I don't think it really matters, but I'm curious if anybody's playing Hades 2, what you think about it. They need to move this little endurance I hate thing, because I keep clicking on it. Yeah, that Amrune is the highest rune we found in a little while. Not necessarily the best. Should try Durance? Nah, tonight I'm just doing Trav. Dim. I want to get to a point where we're doing a consistent map, you know what I mean? I feel like the streams just before my little break were very wishy-washy. Would do like an hour here, an hour there kind of thing. But to be honest, I really want to be able to put these into a video again, because it's just a lot more fun that way. The lower Karas videos have been doing pretty well lately. They just like randomly started popping off. A lot of people checking them out, which is fantastic. So I wouldn't mind being able to put out a video that's like, I ran, you know, 1,000 Trav runs or something like that. Even though it's going to take me like 3 or 4 months probably at this rate. But you know what I mean?
Yes?
Yes. But we'll do variety between the streams. Like the next stream I do will not be Trav again. We'll do some different stuff. Otherwise, gets a little bit stale. Just a little bit. I did 1,000 greater rifts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Oh my god. I love Diablo 3. Woo! I leveled up, Trace. I leveled up. No deaths. No deaths yet. Knock on wood. Yeah, Dim. Let me know if you have any other ideas other than other than I did 1,000 swampy pits with rain moonward. But yeah, for now it's probably going to be like 1,000 Trav runs. I might get back into some cows with the mosaic and actually count the runs. It got to a point where I just wasn't counting the runs, so all the content was just for the streams, which is fine. But obviously, if I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get some videos out there, it'd be a lot better. You have a paladin named Mr. Picky, and you're only allowed to use unique gear. Okay. Oh, very cool, man. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those runs. I think I definitely want to try something like that. Punching your way through Lugo Lane is yeah, that's nuts. Good for you, man. That's a rough challenge. The set only, unique only challenges are some of the roughest challenges. I mean, obviously you could use like a sorceress and you probably wouldn't hate it as much. But anything that actually has to like punch its way through, like you're saying, is rough. Yeah, no, Bo, I know. I noticed that. My bad. Typical. There's something weird with like bowing. Like I can do battle command. If I do battle command fast enough. See, okay, you can't see. I don't know why I said see. But I did press the button for bow at the end there, but it just does battle command instead. You gotta like make sure that you get it. You can't queue it up, so to speak. 500 biscuits in your tea, Ben? I didn't know you were starting up a new channel. Let's go. That would be a good live stream. Ben and Poppy, biscuits and tea. Oh god. I think we'd all be there. Actually, you know what? Don't do that. I'm gonna take all my viewers. The crossover between D2R and watching an Australian man drink tea with his dog. There's a lot of overlap there, you know? Get away from my viewers, Ben. My viewers. Yikes. See, I did it again. Look at that. I should probably just stop casting battle command 7 times. Why am I even doing that? It just looks cool and sounds cool. That's zero actual use. What a waste. There's something about shouting 7 times when you only need to do it once. Something special. Like, normally you can make the argument that you use battle command twice because once to get it and then once to use it with that extra level you just got. But when you're running something that takes 50 seconds, yeah, doesn't really make sense. Bone rune word in Swampy Pit. Damn, it sounds like you're a big fan of those 1.11 rune words. I think the only time I've used a 1.11 rune word is when I used peace.
What do you need?
I could be wrong. There could be a couple that I'm forgetting. But those like class specific rune words, I don't know, they almost always feel... Actually, treachery is another one, right? Is treachery is the assassin one? I don't know. They're so interesting. Like, again, like, it's kind of the same thing as the rain one, where it's like, okay, you're giving skills to the druid, but then you're gonna have a chance to cast cyclone armor. Why would the druid not just have cyclone armor? And it's the same thing with the assassin. Like, why would I want a chance to cast fade when I could just cast fade? Maybe so that you can save the points and put it into something else, I guess. But then you're relying on a chance to cast on strike. It's like a little bit rough. And they're also like, the runes you need are like not that expensive, but also like at the point in the game where you'd use them, you don't really have those runes. Yeah, they're good for mercenaries, it seems. At least treachery is.
I can't carry
Another beam. Nah, come on, man.
I can't carry
The only thing worse than the rune. Ah, you're kidding me, dude. The only reason that that's a beam, because if you guys didn't know, I actually, ironically, I take pull and off of the list. But I'm pretty sure the way that the mods work is that you have to like install and uninstall them if you want to use different mods. And I'm using a mod for the no stat challenge. It's a mod that changes the way that level ups work, so I actually don't even gain stats this time. Instead of just not using them, I'm not even gaining them. And so I'm switching back and forth between that and this, so I can stream this and record that, and I had to reinstall the loot filter, and reinstalling the loot filter got rid of the changes I made. But yeah, Trace, you're not wrong. This is going on the list. That sucks. Oh man, I was so excited for a second. I was like, no way, could you imagine if this is like a jaw rune or something? Maybe a short YouTube video. I ran Trav until I found a jaw rune. And then the drops roll and it's rune, jaw rune. Thanks for watching. That is so rough. Hey, you know what? It's a beam. We take those, baby. 2 beams in under 100 runs. Hell yeah. Now, all I gotta start doing, maybe I go into the mod and I change the beam to hit up L runes as well, all the way down to L rune. We'd be getting a lot of beams. Maybe that'll keep my my dopamine up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think pole rune should have a beam. I kind of get it. Like, it's not a bad rune, but it's not a good rune. Oh well. Hey, even, you know what? It's just for the tease. It's nice. Just for the tease of like, oh my god, did I just find a cham rune? No. No. I can't carry anymore. I have too many pull runes. But yeah, overall, tonight has been good, guys. We got some good experience. I'm happy with the experience. I'm happy with the damage we've been doing and how safe we've actually been on this character. It's been pretty fun. It's been pretty good. Dim, you found a cham once in Arcane Sanctuary? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man, those ghosts. There's potential there, man. Just turn off the beam for everyone except for Cham and Zod. I mean, that's one way to do it. But I'm telling you, man, I need the beam just to keep me motivated. Like, I need it just to give myself 3 seconds of pretending, you know? At the rate you're going, you would have been better off doing Countess. Yeah. You're not wrong. But then again, think of all the time I'd have to spend cubing up. You really want to see that? Just 3 hours of me cubing up runes? Every 100 runs is one ist. I mean, I'd take that. If there was some kind of guarantee, I wouldn't be upset with that. Ooh, Amuleta. Hey, Amara's. A 22. Dude, all of our Amara rolls have been absolute dog. But you know what? This is a good item, and I will add it to the list. actually finding a decent unique from Trav is, hey man, not bad. It's something. Countess can drop up to Ist. I mean, yeah, I know. But doing Countess run sounds even worse than this. I'm not interested at all. Countess runs are horrible. When I have to farm for keys, like, Countess is my least favorite thing to do. It's horrible. I gotta go through 5 levels of the tower. No, thank you. That's too many levels. Let me smack my council members. Even though they give me nothing, I still love them, okay? God. Dim, I have many gold runes. What ridiculous rune word are you looking at now? You found much better stuff on the way to Countess than Countess herself. Yeah, I think that was proven by many a folk. People that do challenges that involve the Countess typically do not beat those challenges from the Countess, but from the ghosts on the way down. The ghosts winning yet again. Now, the tower has a good amount of, like, champion packs and stuff, right? So, there is definitely potential.
I am overburdened.
I am overburdened.
Yes?
Principal has a 100% chance to cast Holy Bolt on striking. It's the paladin armor. Unfortunately, the rest of it is kind of garbage, though. And it's level 5 Holy Bolt.
Hail to you.
Not the worst thing in the world. I feel like that might actually be kind of fun to mess with on a on an actual paladin, where you can kind of spec into the synergies and get that Holy Bolt up to actually maybe do some damage, and then just attack as quickly as possible. Just spam attacks. Could be fun, yeah, for Zeal. Whoa, I forgot bow. What are the odds? Come on, beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up. Don't beam.
Greetings.
Action Mercenary with jab. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. But again, I think it would be cool visually, right? But I feel like without the synergies, like level 5 Holy Bolt is not going to do much. You played D2 since you were 8, and English isn't your first language. You always thought they were saying, I'm over burning. Hey, whatever works, man. That's hilarious. Hey, don't worry. Dude, my hearing is really bad. Like, I'm like almost half deaf in both ears. And I have tinnitus, so a constant ringing in my ears. So I do the same thing, and English is my first language, so don't feel bad. I've never heard over burning before, but I've definitely made some mistakes that have had people raising eyebrows. Like I play Mario Party with my wife and a couple of our friends pretty often. And when you play with as Mario in Mario Party and it's his turn, he says something and I thought I knew what he said. And I said it out loud and everyone looked at me like, "What? What did you just say?" It was the complete wrong thing. I had been mishearing it for years and I was so confident and I was extremely embarrassed. If you're half deaf on both ears, does that mean you're fully deaf on one ear? No, unfortunately not. I honestly kind of think I would prefer to be fully deaf in one ear. Maybe not. Like, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. At least that way I could kind of like make sure people are on my good side. You know what I mean? But it's not too bad. Ideal. Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato. Is that that New York song with really poorly heard lyrics? Be like constantly being seasick? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't get to that. Let's hope I can just have like a good 50% forever. I don't think it's getting any worse. If it does, we're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna be horrible. Nothing? Did I just go 4 bodies in a row and get 0 items? Are you kidding me? Does that mean you don't need to wear ear protection to concerts? Yeah, Ben.
Yes.
They turned the volume down just for me, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure concerts are what caused it as a teenager. I don't know, maybe. Maybe not. Nobody can really tell me, unfortunately. But doesn't really matter how it happened. It just matters that it is so. What level is this doing? Level 3. Even worse than Principal. Tommy, I hope you're right, man. I'm begging for it at this point, dude. Like I am I'm begging for it. It's a rough day when you go the full stream without finding anything. Like the Mara is definitely made up for it. The Mara is nice. I'm not going to use it. We already have like 5 or 6 of them and that's like the lowest roll. But it's one of those items I do get a little bit excited about even when I don't need it. But would have been nice to get a rune, but we've only done 90 runs. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not much, right? So, can't be too upset. Sometimes we have streams where we just go nuts. Like, I remember one time we did Chaos and we got 2 gold runes and a Vex rune in like an hour and a half. It was insane. Yeah, Ben. That's me in the meme of the guy mining and the diamonds are right behind the wall, right? And they're all Zod runes. Yeah. That's how I always feel. I'm definitely the kind of guy that'll be like, one more run. Okay, like one more run. But one more, just one more. Because if I stop now, like, and then next thing you know, it's like 40 runs. The wife is asking me why I'm not in bed yet. Doesn't she know a Zod rune is incoming? Like, hello? Realistically, I shouldn't even really be farming here. Like, if we're not cubing up, I should be doing terrorized cows, right? But still a chance for the champ.
Hail to you, champion.
It'd just be nice to get a single high rune from here, you know? Where's finishing the Grail on the list of the order of operations? Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, it's priority number one. And sometimes these guys, like, they just go crazy healing each other. They have no business keeping each other alive that way. If I go to bed now, I at least get 4 hours of sleep. But what if I go... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Tommy. Yeah, even a server or a job would be big, Trace. Exactly. If I can get any of those, I will be satisfied with my time spent in the Travincal area. Oh yeah, Ben. I told the wife, of course. How can I make my baby immortal if I don't have a Zod rune to insert into the dome of his skull? The little unfinished part of the skull that they have when they come out of the womb. I'm putting a Zod rune right in there. I haven't told her that part. She might react poorly, so nobody tell her. That's what I'm saying, Tommy. Indestructible baby. Let's go.
Hello.
Ooh. Wow, what a surprise. I forgot bow again. Come back here, you bastard. Port rune, rune. What are these baby runes, man? I'm looking for man runes. Give me the big boy runes, man. Oh. Full of money already. Yeah. Yeah, let me bring my baby to Larza and see if I'll put a nice little socket in him. Yeah, I heard about it, Dim. I haven't actually watched it, but I heard that it was a thing, and I cannot believe that it was. The Immigration Agency Pokemon song. Yeah. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch all of the illegal aliens. Like, nice. It's insane, man. See, that kind of thing in my head, that kind of thing is funny if it's from like somebody who is very clearly like trying to make a joke. Now the problem is that these guys aren't trying to make a joke, right? Like they're somewhat serious at the very least. It's like, yeah, if the baby rolls with bad stats, I'll just have to farm another one. Luckily, there's no limits, so. No, I have no idea about that one, Ben. Ben, you are a connoisseur of internet memes, man. You know, I swear to God, you know all of them. Making me feel bad about not keeping up with that kind of stuff. Yeah, what do you think the wife will say if I tell her I'm gonna Charcy the baby? Chronically online. Oh, Ben! So you're like one of those guys we were talking about earlier. Really, really good at something, being online, at the expense of maybe not being able to pay your mortgage. But at least you know the memes. I mean... that's something. Ooh, Monarch. One of these days we're gonna find a J mod. You can't carry anymore, but it's a J mod. You have to carry it anymore. Ooh, it's a Gmao. Close. Oh no, Tommy, you were wrong, man.
What do
You were wrong about your prediction. There's no good items coming. The game is gonna tease me. The game's got me by the balls, I'm telling you, man. Nah, no rerolls, Dim. You gotta Charcy it and gamble a new one. Unless you can get your hands on 6 perfect skulls. But it's a little bit harder than it sounds. Ceremonial pike. Yeah, kind of hard in the real world. Yeah, Ben, it's all the same cube recipes. It's just actual real world materials. That's the hard part. That's the hard. All right, guys, we're gonna do 2 more runs. I'm gonna get to 100 runs, and I'm gonna call it a night. But really appreciate you guys being here. And if you're around on Wednesday, we'll be doing some more. Maybe cows. Maybe cows, but I'll have to think about it. Sometimes these guys are just far tankier than normal. Now, I swear it's just because they're healing each other. The freaks. Yeah, it wasn't the worst, Trace. It definitely could have been way worse. It could have been 0 drops and like 6 deaths. So, yeah, it's not the worst. All right, last run, guys. and we'll be at 100 runs. Almost 3 hours for 100 runs is kind of crazy, actually. But what can you do? Oh, let's see what the wife is saying right now, actually. She's viewing, that's what she's saying. She's saying, what a great job. She said, I saw your drop list. That sounds impressive. What's a pole rune? Is that the highest rune you can find? I said, yeah. Yeah, it is. There's a reason it shows a beam. It's because it's very rare. So. Come on, last run luck, baby. Never lucky. All right. Deep Blizzard should have made a hidden voice saying I can't take it anymore. Some little reward for being level 99, eh? That'd be interesting. All right, guys, again, thanks for being here. I'll be back on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, same time as today. I have the No Stat Druid Challenge videos. They're going to be coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And other than that, if you're not in the Discord, join up. Leave the link there. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Take it easy.